And welcome back to Crypto Hulk again. Got a great show lined up. There's big movements getting ready. Some big setting up going on as we speak. Arthur L., thank you very much for that tax-free donation. Appreciate that. Listener-sponsored channel. There's some discrepancy here with the BIS. I know in one article that I'm reading, they're saying that it shows here, the one that I have for the show, I'm going to show you guys. It's saying Basel III is going into effect January 1st, 2026, and it was supposed to be January 1st, 2025. So they're slowing down Basel for another year. I'm just going to get into this and talk about it and whether it's January, because you see, there's events that could speed things up. As far as dates, I'm not saying, because right now I'm seeing on my news article here, the news article's telling me, unless somebody wants to share it in the top chat. I mean, I have an article here, it's from Cointelegraph, but I'm not seeing the exact link where Basel made a decision to make it 2026 instead of 25. I just have an article here, and I'm ready to go over it, showing that it was supposed to be January 1st, 2025, but it will be 2026. We're going to go over all the evidence, read the article regardless, and just so everybody kind of knows what to expect. Certain events, if they occurred, is going to speed all this up. So I know they have dates on things. I don't always go with dates. We've seen over and over where, it's going to be released on this date. Then it's, we got to stop. No, we got to do this. So we don't know. They're telling us 2026. It could be later. Could be earlier. They waited about 3 years from the original Basel they put out, I think in 2022. So they wait like almost 3 years to change it. So, but we're going to read it anyway and just kind of, for whatever it's worth, go over it. Kitch J, thank you very much for that donation there, buddy. And let's start off with the first 5 people. We got Therion, Mr. OG, Rafael Garcia, XR Poseidon, and Crypto She-Hulk Forever. And look, we know some bad stuff is going to happen, okay? We're expecting this. Somebody's telling me that Paris had some kind of, let's say, terror activity. I'm fully expecting that in the United States. Something's going to get taken out. A bridge, a power grid, the banking system, whatever it is, maybe a little boom, boom, pow, and a big metropolitan stock exchange or something like that. I can already see that's happening. America's done with the protesting and all that dumb shit. We're sick of it. They're probably going to do it again, and things are going to get really ugly. So they can have whatever timelines on there. I'm telling you, they're going to speed stuff up or slow it down whenever they want. That's what they do. We're expecting some bad stuff to happen, and you have to be ready. Here we go with gold and silver coins. If you're outside of the United States, there's only a few countries where you can buy them through me. I don't make money on them at all. So what you need, gold and silver coins, when this thing gets bad. I know a friend right now is going to go drop $650 on a roll of silver quarters, $25 pieces, 1 ounce sizes. They're going to go pick some of those up tomorrow. And I said, look, for gas, food, short-term stuff, not, I hope this black swan don't last too long. But you don't need like doomsday prep and have food for like 3 years. No. Like, they've guys said get enough where maybe you can go for 2-3 months using silver coins or gold coins, whatever. At the least amount, 1 month. Now, the way you find it on my channel, if you're in the United States, you can definitely find Crypto Hulk's gold and silver coins. If you're going to buy, you might as well buy them through me. I only make money on the gold necklaces and the hardware wallets. So if you go to my channel You'll see the home tab, videos, shorts, live, playlist, community, membership, and store. Go to where it says videos. Click on that. I have the first one here. Warning, 75% of all IRS tax. Click on that one. And you look down below the video and it should show 393 views, 16 products. Go about 5 inches to the right and you see more, M-O-R-E. Click on that. It'll show what I have for sale. This one starts off with hardware wallets and ends up showing silver. Oh, those 1 ounces are, some of them are out of stock. But I've got another one that's 1 ounce, a whole box of them for like $782. These are from Walmart, and some are AppMex, different companies. So there you go. You know, I also got coins. So just look at my different one under the videos section. And if you, whatever you're normally going to buy, just buy it through me. It does help the channel in that respect. So let's move on from here. And let's see. I think the gold coins are 38 bucks a piece. So do the math. 600 divided by 38. I mean, if your box is 758 bucks, do divided by 38, and that's the price. How many you get? All right, let's go over Basel. Basel. Here's the actual article. The articulo. Let me do a copy and a paste right here. And let me add that in there. Okay. My gold shop has run out of silver. Telling you, better be ready with that metal. The dumbest thing you can do is overbuy crypto, okay? You're not going to make it through a black swan. If all the bank, like right now, all the banks and everything could shut down, I'm going to be doing A-OK. I go to the gas station, the dude that runs it, I know he'll take gold, silver. He'll probably, even if I give him a gold coin, I can get an account there and just fill up. You know, it's like prepaying the gas. Like, he knows me. I go there all the time. So, and if not, I'm kind of handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. He'll know. Same thing, the grocery store. I could walk in there, get an account going with the manager. These people want to make money, and they'll take, if you got shiny metal, they got a way to making shit work, okay? So, yeah. So here's the article right here. Basel Committee finalizes crypto exposure rules for banks. This article is dated July 3rd, okay? So almost 30 days ago. I'm going over this now because I want you to see what's coming with this Basel and banking and how much they can hold. Because I have it after this, we're going over India. The next article is about India is going to release its crypto policies. Why is this massive? Because India's got like 1.2 billion people. They're in charge of the G20 this year. And India is a massive force when it comes to cryptocurrency. Let me start with this article. The committee is unveiling the standards later in July, culminating a years-long process. The Basel Committee met on July 2nd and 3rd of this year and made policy decisions on issues that included disclosure of banks' crypto exposure. Its decisions are part of the Basel III reforms that begun in 2019. See how long this has been taking? To enhance the resilience of European Union banks through regulation, supervision, and risk management. I'm reading this because as we're speaking now, you have MiCA in Europe, market and crypto assets. So it naturally would fall in that banks would come into this. And that's why we're going over Basel again. We did this back earlier in the month, and we're doing this again because I constantly get new people here. And I want you to see that this Basel falls in line with what's going on with MiCA because they have to all work together. So you can't have in Europe them having a sandbox with crypto and just have the stock market vendors selling it. You got to have banks involved too. All these banks will get involved in mica because you got the banks buying it and selling it along with like your investment houses and stuff. Let's see here with this article. Okay, in 2021, it proposed placing crypto in its high risk group 2 set of assets. Crypto would have a 1,250% risk weight, requiring the banks to have capital equal to the value of its crypto exposure. Stable coins were assigned a new designation of 1B. What all I'm really going to focus on, because I don't want to get all confusing, is group 1. And in group 1, you got A and B, okay? Then you have group 2, A and B. So we're just going to focus on the top group. That's the best cryptos of them all. The least amount of risk, okay? Now, if we scroll down to the article, because it's a super short article, I just wanted to show it to you because it does have the dates here. This is my original article. Changes to the Basel III standards will go into effect on January 1st, 2026. After being moved back from January 1st, 2025. So the banks were supposed to have all this crypto coming up in a matter of months, okay? Now all of a sudden, they're changing things to January 2026. Let's see what happens with the state of the world and how long that lasts. Let me click out of that article here. Now we'll go right in. So let me find the BIS. Here's the BIS right here. Let me do a copy and a paste so you can see it. Now, what I'm just showing you here, this is the BIS. Bank for International Settlements. They're in charge of Basel, okay? What we got here is it's their report, and I think if you scroll down, it lets you download it somewhere. I don't know if on this one you can actually download it, but this is a press release. Anyhow, the important part was right here, January 1st, 2025, but I'm not seeing where it says it was moved to 26. If somebody has it, I'd like to see it. I know that the article said it, but I'd like to actually see it on a BIS website instead of Cointelegraph or something like that. So that's just, there's the BIS. You can click on those Basel things if you want. What we're going to go over here on this show is PricewaterhouseCoopers, because they have a really good shortened version of this where I don't have to show you 300 million pages. We can use PricewaterhouseCoopers. Let's show you that right now. Let me shorten this. All right. Basel equals internal regulatory framework for banks. Now, if we go, here's the PricewaterhouseCoopers website. It says here, BIS Prudential Standards for Crypto Assets. Last Friday, now, see, they're not giving us a date on when this was made. Like last Friday, well, when's last Friday? So that's what's kind of interesting with websites that don't give you dates on things. Just their web design is pretty not so good. Now we're going to go over some of this. I'm not going over all of it because I could spend an hour explaining this. Just this page right here, it goes all over the Basel. Let me just take a quick little peek. Now again, on this page, it's showing January 1st, 2025. In line with what was proposed, let me see. First paragraph, banks will required to classify crypto assets into two groups. You got group one and then group two. And then each of those groups has two. Let's scroll down here where it says classification of crypto assets. Underneath that, it says group one. Group one, let's start with group 1A, covering tokenized traditional assets. So what's going to happen is you're going to have two groups of cryptos, and one group is more like really secure, and the other group is more risky. So group 1A is going to be traditional assets. Like if I own my house, I could tokenize it and put it on the blockchain, and it would have a certain value. And then people can borrow from my home, the value of my home, if they need money, and then they pay me interest and stuff like that. You could own land. Let's say you own 300-acre ranch somewhere. You could literally tokenize that ranch, the land on it. Maybe it's worth $10 million. And now you have $10 million. You can tokenize it. That's what they're talking about here, traditional assets. Banks can get into tokenized assets. Next is also in group one, is called group B. That's more of a stable coin mechanism, stabilization mechanism, okay? Which are subject to capital requirements and redemption requirements at a predefined amount. Isn't it kind of interesting right now that Ripple is coming out with a stable coin, okay? Just as this, maybe what happened, I don't have all the answers, all right? I'm just showing, what I do is I show facts and I try to interpret them as best as I can, but I don't know everything. So you have this first group, tokenized assets, and then some kind of crypto with a stabilizing mechanism. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with the XRP exactly, XLM, XDC, and how all this comes in where they tokenize on the blockchains and all these things. That's more technical out of my area. I do know that XRP can't be 60 cents. It's not going to work, do its job. So somewhere along the line, Ripple comes out with a stable coin, and that would be more of a, now you can maybe back a crypto. You could probably have a crypto that's backed by that's a stable coin, right? I don't know how all stuff works, but I'm just showing you Basel's groups. So that was group one, tokenized assets, and then some kind of a stable coin. We'll just call it that, all right? Those are like the best, the most secure. Now, group two, we start getting into cryptos where the banks now need to start preparing for ups and downward movements. So group two, crypto assets, captures all assets that do not meet the classifications but pass the hedging recognition criteria. These are subject to new conservative capital treatment and can be permitted to have a limited degree of hedging. And the other portion of those covers all cryptos that did not meet the conditions above. Unbacked crypto assets like Bitcoin, okay, and Ethereum. All these other cryptos. If you can think of a crypto like maybe a Cardano, group two are like your risky cryptos because they go up and down. The group ones and in both groups in the group one, A and B, those are like solid cryptos. So like I said, if you want to tokenize a house, that's what that crypto is. It represents a house. These other cryptos don't represent anything at all. So that's how Basel separates those two kinds of cryptos. Let's look down below for condition one. The crypto asset is either a tokenized traditional asset or has an effective stabilizing mechanism. So we know that. Number one, tokenized assets must, number one, be a digital representation of a traditional asset. And then two, pose the same level of credit and market risk as the non-tokenized form of the asset. So these tokens have to be fully backed and secure to be in the group 1A and B. um, Now it discusses here about the crypto assets with stabilization mechanisms. So that would be group 1B we're looking at right here. To be designed to be redeemable for a predefined amount, have an associated stabilization mechanism which minimizes market value fluctuation. So how Bitcoin and Ethereum and all these cryptos can go up to 60,000 and then down to 20. That's not going to be in group 1A or B. Those are not going to be. Bitcoin and Ethereum is not going to, that's going to be in the group 2 and probably group B of that 2, okay? The crypto in group 1B is more of the stablecoin type deal, stabilization. I use stablecoin. It's going to be minimize fluctuations. Number 3, it shows having sufficient information that allows a reliable verification of ownership rights. And then it has to pass a redemption risk test. Okay, so you're going to have group 1A are tokenized buildings, planes, trains, and automobiles. Everything's all tokenized. Now, group B will have a stabilization mechanism, and that will have to be proven. Then you're going to have to prove sufficient information that allows you to reliable verification of ownership rights. So, and then you're going to have this token, or you can get the money out and get it, put it in and get it out. It has to be shown to be reliable. Then that'll be in the group 1B. So I'm not getting into group 2 and all the 1,250%. So I'm not getting into all that. That's not my intention here today. Let's see. I'm going to kind of leave it at that. I'm not going to get into this too much because this can get really confusing. I'm not a banker. I just report crypto news. So I'm going to click out of that one and click out of that one and click out of that one. There we go. 5 Dennis 123. Thanks for that donation to the channel, tax free. JP Morgan moves 10 trillion a day, cannot be limited to 1%. Okay, next. 5 Dennis 123. Thanks for that donation there. Banks will be allowed to hold more than 1% tier 2 crypto assets. They will have to allow hedging or ring fencing crypto off balance sheet, offset by money back stablecoins on the balance sheet. Okay. George 02907, welcome to the channel as a member. And let's go to the next article. India. Now, India is starting to kind of put it out there that they're getting kind of close to looking into crypto laws, okay? India is going to release its crypto policy stance by September after stakeholder consultations report. The policy stance is how does one consult relevant stakeholders? So it is to come out in the open and say, here is a discussion paper, there are issues, and then stakeholders will give their views. Let's kind of go over what we got going on here. They're not actually coming out with crypto laws and regulations right now. They will. Oh, yes, they will. They're kind of putting out a State of the Union. Here's where we're at with crypto. India is planning to release a discussion paper outlining its policy stance on cryptocurrencies by September. In September, India would analyze and decide its own position on crypto in the coming months. Okay. It looks to me, everybody, like something's coming up right around early next year. Okay. I've been saying this now for close to about a year, predicting that it's going to be spring of 25 and something massive happens. India plans to put out a discussion paper outlining its policy stance on crypto before September. According to Indian news outlet, it does not suggest a commitment to regulating crypto through a comprehensive legislation, but instead a position based on stakeholder consensus on the matter. The policy stance is how does one consult relevant stakeholders, so it is to come out in the open and say, here's a discussion paper, there are the issues, and then the stakeholders give their views. They're looking into a wider policy for cryptocurrencies. We expect to come up with a discussion paper before September. So what India is trying to do, I'm just telling you my opinion, they're trying to, I think, come out next year with crypto laws and regulations. This paper shows the Indian people where their government's at with crypto and kind of the state of crypto in India. That's kind of what this discussion paper is. You have their Securities and Stock Exchange. The Reserve Bank of India seems really, really hesitant about it, but not the Securities and Stock Exchange Commission. They don't have a problem at all. Seems like this Reserve Bank of India is really holding it up. The Securities and Exchange Board of India has not been opposed to regulating crypto at all. But they said a couple authorities, India's stock exchange said it shouldn't be just one agency regulating crypto, it should be several. Because you got cryptos that are stocks, cryptos that are bonds, securities, commodities, currency. So India is still kind of playing a little quiet here, but India does not have a comprehensive crypto regulation, but has imposed stiff taxes on crypto. It requires crypto companies to register. But they don't really have any crypto laws or regulations. So what this paper is doing right now is they're kind of putting it out there. Where are we with crypto in India? And they're trying to get opinions from people. I think next year, definitely, it looks good like India is going to have some crypto regulations. That's why they're putting this paper out there. And they're trying to get everybody ready, I think. Now, that's interesting to note because already India's biggest bank is a Ripple partner. Now, I've shown some of you guys this already. Let me do a copy and a paste. They know, look, I'm telling you what, India's playing the game, all right? These people they're ridiculous. HDFC Bank joins Ripple. If you look in the first sentence here, it shows here, what is HDFC? India's largest private bank is a Ripple partner. Okay. India knows what the hell's going on. Next, proof that they already got crypto in payments in India. They just aren't talking about rules and regulations. Look here. Look at this right here. Google-backed payment company Ripple is in talks with NPCI. So here we got Google, a tech company, I guess that's what we could call Google, is a tech company, mixed up with Ripple, that's a payments company, a money based payments program. They're working with NPCI, National Payments Corporation of India. Think about this and think about how logical it is. India has no crypto laws and regulations, yet they're working with a crypto company called Ripple and working with Google to make payments in India. So they're already, I want you to see how foolish this is. They're already utilizing cryptocurrencies through the National Payments Corporation of India. And they want to put out a paper and be like, well, we don't know what we're going to do. Like, this is so fucking stupid. And they don't make the rules anyway. They're going to get them from like FATFA and BIS and all these top global organizations. They're the ones we've already gone over on this channel. The crypto regulations are done, and they're passing them out right now. We did that article about a month ago, maybe two. So India knows what's going on. They're just playing stupid, all right? So if you're in India, and our government does as well. So here we have the digital dildo member for a month. The black sheep, second account, can't log in on the main, but I'll go out and drop some gift membership. Things are escalating. People need this information. It's time. Absolutely. Let's go to the next article here, moving along quite well. Ferrari. Now, this isn't earth-shattering news. The reason I'm going over the Ferrari article is because a lot of people don't want to be first. And at the same time, nobody wants to be last to the party. Ferrari's in this as one of the first. Let's look right here. Ferrari to launch crypto payments in Europe after a United States success. So Ferrari already started in the United States selling cars using crypto, okay? They started doing this in 2023, and they're using BitPay to do it. Ferrari, the luxury sports car producer, is preparing to expand its crypto to Europe following a successful launch in the United States. Ferrari will extend crypto payments features to its network of European dealers from the end of July 2024. So, anytime now, it says, we're in the process, here we go. We're in the process of adopting the new payment system. Oh, really? That adds to the traditional ones, the firm says. Now, I wonder what payment system that is. Very interesting. I'm not saying it's Ripple or XLM or nothing, just I like how they're telling us now. They're adding a payment system. I'll bet you all these banks already have this. By the end of 2024, Ferrari will expand cryptocurrency transactions to other countries in its international dealer network, where cryptocurrencies are legally accepted. In October 2023 is when Ferrari launched in America. So about 8 months ago, 9 months ago in the United States it launched. Ferrari initially partnered with BitPay. So we don't know who they're working with right now, okay? As of today, the platform is utilized in both the US and Canadian markets. Ferrari dealers will receive payments in local currency directly into bank accounts. I'm going to say it's either XLM or XDC because it has the digital exchange aspect. So that's what I'm saying already is what this is running on. You could have an XLM running on the XRP ledger doing conversions. So that's what I see. They're just being a little cagey here. They're not telling us exactly. But I'm just showing you this just to say this is starting. And it's going to spread. Pretty soon, everybody is going to be buying the stuff, buying cars on the blockchain with crypto. Interesting articulo. Oh, we got a couple members here. Oh, wait a second. Stu Lavelle gave 5 people memberships. That's Mr. OG, Rombo Omega, Freddie, GC Square, Carl Bray. Those people got memberships by Stu Lavelle. Okay, there's 5 there. Arthur L. Looks like gave 5 people memberships. Blah, blah. Marquise Landon, John Wright, Justin B., and XRP King Duck. I remember that name before. Okay. Black Sheep. The Black Sheep gave 10 Crypto Hulk memberships, and then MC Prosperity gave 5 memberships. So dang, we just grew the channel a little bit right here. Let me see who these people are now. From the Black Sheep, we got Jody Nadell. I remember that name. MK_P. Chaka Bartles. I remember that name. Too Much Motivation. Jason Craig and Bob. Scotty. El Bachir Kalgoum. Daniel Alonzo. And then Francois. Those people got memberships by the Black Sheep. Now, MC Prosperity, we got the Meatballs guy again. Birdie and I. Dusty, Kevin B. Brandon Corbett. Those people got memberships by MC Prosperity. All right. Brand new people. Don't let... Here's what I'm going to tell you. You got a free membership. Go to my channel, order a membership, tack it on your old one so it doesn't expire. It's a shame what I see sometimes too much, but people will let the membership expire, catch the next free one, and that's like really that's not really the point of that membership. So please try to utilize good good karma practice when doing that kind of stuff. Give a membership to somebody down the road if you get a membership here. Let me go to the next article here. This will be a quick article to remind everybody, here comes this black swan, all right? And it's the United States dollar's got to crash, and it's on its way. Watch, I'm going to show you something here. Elon Musk the other day came out and told us this. The U.S. Central Bank hits $1 trillion in losses. Not good. The U.S. Central Bank has officially hit more than $1 trillion in losses. We scroll down here. The country has consistently been fighting off mounting national debt, with many forecasting a debt crisis in 2030. So like what, 5 years from now? It's going to happen before then. They're talking about we already are in crisis mode in the United States. like this dollar will crash. That's why I'm talking about a black swan and gold and silver coins. I want you fully prepared for it, okay? This is a very slowly sinking ship, the United States, okay? Until the crypto takes off. Let me look here. There's an economist named E.J. Antoni. He recently shared insight into the impending U.S. debt crisis. He reported that national debt interest payments will surpass $1 trillion this year. That could constitute more than 76% of all collected income tax. I want you to understand, if you're in the United States, we have an IRS that's collecting tax, okay? 75% of that goes towards paying on our debt, okay? It's like paying the interest, I think, interest only on that debt. This is where we're at. Our debt is getting so big that 75% of our tax is going to paying on debt. Like, we have no money. Like, do you understand that? It's like if you get a paycheck, right? You get a paycheck, 75% of that is just gone. Can you live on 25%? Some of you guys can. You probably make $100,000 a month. So yeah, you could probably live on $25,000 a month. But I'm talking about normal people. Okay. No, we can't. We can't live on 25% of our paychecks. Okay. This is what's going on in the United States. 76% of our IRS money is going to debt. That's all bad. That's very, very bad. We should be at 25% or 15%. That's where we have, but then our government wants to keep just spending the money, right? Oh, pay off everybody's student loans. We're going to pay this. Come on into the country. We'll give you all the free medical care. And then they do all this stuff by giving certain businesses loans and tax breaks. I'm not going to get into all the dumb shit. What I wanted to focus on is this is what I'm showing you about how our dollar right now is crashing and it's almost destroyed. Okay. This is where the black swan, this is why I keep talking about gold and silver coins. Oh, it's coming. Okay. We will have a crushed United States dollar. I'm prepared. For every $1 in crypto, I got $8 in gold and silver. Okay. I'm ready. Five Dennis 123 says credit card delinquency highest since 2008. That's when we had a recession back in 2008 and 9. It started. Okay. I'm seeing things kind of like what Dennis said, where the top credit card companies are telling us delinquency rates have never been higher for like 20 years. That means people are they can't make their credit card payments. If you're able to get silver coins, get them. All right. I'm telling you, it's going to be bad for other people if they don't have it. I'm trying to make sure you're on the right side of this. Okay. It's not overbuying the fucking crypto shit. Figure out how much money in crypto you really need to be rich for the rest of your life. If your answer is like, well, I think 300 million should do it, and you're kind of a poor person, scale that back to something reasonable, like 20 to 50 million. And that would mean XRP would have to be at 10, 20,000 a piece. Figure out your numbers and get that crypto. Then after that, get silver coins. Okay. Because by the time, your other option is if you know somebody who's got money, because when the economy tanks, you won't have a job, you won't have any money, you have to be living with somebody. So you got to find somebody with money. That's your other option if you don't do what I'm telling you, right? My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a crypto advisor, not a financial advisor, none of the above. Don't do anything I say or don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Next is Gary Gensler going to quit. That's what we all want to know. Let's take a look here. Jerry Gensler, little cocksucker. U.S. SEC Chair Gensler to apparently resign in 2025. Oh, this is going to happen. If Trump gets in, Gary's done. Like fucking gone, okay? So we've got to deal with some pain. Okay. We got to get Gary out of there. And then we can start seeing a lot of changes with crypto. That's how I'm seeing it. All right. U.S. SEC Chair Gary Gensler is reportedly set to resign in early 2025, coinciding with broader political shifts and potentially paving the way for pro-crypto regulations. I heard that. According to a recent report, the U.S. SEC Chair Gensler is set to resign from his chair in 2025. Let me scroll. I'm going to cherry pick this. They talk about this article about how Biden and Trump and this mess with Biden just all of a sudden. It's just interesting how Trump gets shot, and then all of a sudden all this stuff with the Democrats flip. Joe decides, I'm not going to do it. Kamala's. They don't have a Democratic convention. They just pick somebody, right? You're voluntold to be the president. Like, whatever happened to like a Democratic national convention where they debate, you find out who's going to debate, and how do you just, I don't know. I guess you're the one. You don't worry about having a democratic process. Just pick Kamala. We don't need to vote or nothing. Just pick her. I'm like, wow, interesting. But all this happens right after Trump gets shot. Then he lived. Because Joe Biden's Secret Service couldn't protect an ex-president, who some people say is still the president. Now we're talking about Biden, but President Trump's Vice President, J.D. Vance, we've already gone over this. We're gonna throw this into the story. He's a crypto tech kind of person who's worked with Peter Thiel and stuff. Like, this dude's connected in the tech world. So I don't see Gary Gensler's done. Like, he knows he's done. How will this impact the market? How will it impact the crypto market? And they give some ideas on what might happen. I'm not going to get into that. I think we all know. So it really comes down to this election. Who gets in there? And like right now, I think they've been slowing it down just because they're pausing. They're putting a pause on it. That's exactly what happened. They're putting a pause. And I really think, like with Elizabeth Warren, they want to crush crypto, at least in America, but not the rest of the world. The rest of the world's not crushing it at all. The rest of the world's growing it. So this is just what I've seen with the people in power. Let's look here at an article from Thailand. Thailand's got a great thing that they're doing is they're going to give everybody 16 and up in their country crypto wallets with crypto to test it out. That's pretty fucking amazing. It's not a lot of money, but still. Stephen Morris. What does Stephen Morris have to say here? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me get somebody. Okay. Stephen Morris, member for 19 months, trying to take Trump out only made him stronger since it didn't work. I'm sure a trial will lead back to FB and then I and Joe. Stephen Morris, thanks for that donation to the channel. Right now, hopefully 2025, it all happens. I mean, you're getting Trump and that J.D. Vance guy. Oh, when they get in, it's a wrap. All the dumb shit that's been happening with Gary and all this fucked up stuff. No, it's going to go like it should go. I think all this was just a stall tactic. Fake trial. I've been calling that for years. Fake trial. That's why I won't report on the Ripple trial like all the other channels. The other channels will report on the fake Ripple trial, not me. I can't do that dumb shit to all of you. Okay, we got here Thailand. The finance ministry. Okay, what we got going on here? I'll kind of just break this article down, make it a lot shorter than what it is. You got Thailand. Because I was reading it this afternoon, about 3 hours ago. I'm like, I like this article, but I'm just gonna like tell you the small points. Okay, Thailand is financially responsible. And our government in America is just like, oh, we'll just blow the money. Thailand is going to issue crypto wallets to everybody 16 and up, and you can only make a certain amount of money or you're not eligible. You can still probably get the wallet, but the government's not going to give you any of the money. The government's trying to figure out where are we going to get this Thai bot to give to the people, and they're concerned that, oh, we don't want to waste money or whatever, blow money we can't afford, but they got to take it out of certain funds. So that's kind of what is slowing this down a little bit here. They've got to get their government to agree, where are we going to pull this bot, this money, to give to the people? And that's kind of like what's holding this up. What is going to happen is everybody, like I said, 16 and up, they have a limit on how much you can make. And if you have a job where you make too much money, you don't get any of this free money. And they're doing this to test out the crypto payment system in Thailand. It's pretty amazing, actually. That's basically what this article is talking about. Budgetary things going on, and it's really kind of boring. I read the whole thing. Oh yeah, got to be at least 16, having an income that's not more than 840,000 baht, and that doesn't come out to a whole lot of money. And you can't have more than 500,000 baht in the bank. So if you're in that money group, then you're going to get the free baht from the government. You can go out and go buy something to eat, or whatever you want to do with that money. They just wanted people to put it in their wallets. They're getting people ready. Okay, Thailand's going to launch first, I think, with United Kingdom. That leads right into my next article with United Kingdom and their wallets. Okay, you got to have wallets. Everybody's going to have wallets. Nations, they're pushing this now. Okay, United Kingdom's all kinds of hooked up. Five Dennis 123. Thanks for that donation. Trump Productions is on XRP Scan, and it has tested XRP. Oh man, it's called Trump Productions, huh? Telling you, they know if Trump gets in office, this crypto's taking off like crazy. You watch. Let's see what happens around actually January 4th. I think Trump would step in if he wins. Let's hope that he does. At least I am. You can hope whatever you want. I don't give a fuck, actually. I actually really don't fucking care. Generation Z, let's talk about what's going on here in the United Kingdom. This is pretty surprising. Digital wallets are becoming popular among consumers in the United Kingdom. Look, in order for us to have crypto take off and really do what it does, not a little takeoff for XRP like $5 or $10. That's not going to do a fucking thing. All right, that won't quite get the Donald Stiffy. All right, we've got to have everybody using crypto wallets. Like I told you the other day, the Paze, Paze, is now on Wells Fargo. You're going to see they're all going to have. I already got like a little crypto wallet thing on my phone. Everybody's going to have this. Banks, they're going to make it as easy as possible. You're going to go to your phone one day, maybe your Wells Fargo app, and it's going to have a load, and you push the button, and it's going to be like a crypto wallet. It's encrypted, just like and you might have to come up with pass keys if you want to do some shit like that. A lot of people probably won't because they want to make it as easy as possible. And if you lose your shit, then you call up Wells Fargo and say, hey, I lost my phone. I don't know where my wallet is. Okay, we'll send you another one. Like, most people are going to do that. And that's good and it's bad. I mean, it's bad because the government's got control of your money, but it's good because it just makes it easy. So I'm not here to judge. right now. In fact, nearly half of consumers in United Kingdom expect to continue to using these wallets to carry out financial transactions in the next 3 years. But these tools have the potential to allow consumers to do so much more than just make payments. Significant shares of the United Kingdom Generation Z and millennial consumers are using them to store, they're using hardware wallets, digital wallets to store ID cards. We just went over this. Iowa is doing this. Event tickets. We already talked the other day about Kansas City Royals. Want to get in the baseball park? Digital ID, right? For example, 71% of the United Kingdom users are highly satisfied with their experience of using digital wallets beyond shopping. It includes boarding passes, scanning reward cards, and storing hotel keys. What the reason I went over that, and this article's almost over, and my show's almost over. These wallets have the potential to replace physical wallets for storing payment methods, ID cards, transit passes like a bus pass, event tickets, all these kinds of things. Download the report today to learn what consumers in the United Kingdom are saying about the future of digital wallets. And you have here a Google Wallet as well. You can click on Google Wallet. I'm not going to click on it. But what I did the other day is Apple has a wallet. It's on my phone. If I flip up and look at my phone here, and I got it right on the front page. If I push that Apple Wallet, I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 credit cards with all $1 million limits, of course. I got like 7 credit cards there. My bank card, which actually acts as a credit card, but yeah, I got 8. I got 8 payment cards, one of which is an ATM, which is a Wells Fargo. Then I got a Wells Fargo Reflex and American Express Business and some shit like that. Capital One, at least 2 Capital One accounts, a Platinum and a Quicksilver. And that's in my wallet. So in the future, I'm going to have a space here, probably just out of convenience. I might transfer some crypto or something into the Apple. I don't know how it's going to go. Or maybe as I'm staking, I'll have the money that I make from the staking funnel into an Apple Pay account, or I'll have some kind. I don't know what people are going to have. I don't know the future, but I'm already kind of starting. So right now, technically, I don't need to bring a credit card with me because it's on my phone. All right. And I think in the future, some people are going to have all that credit card information stuck on their hand. So then you don't even need a phone. Technically, you can go somewhere, swipe your hand. Let's say you lose your phone. You're on vacation, you lose your phone. No big deal. You swipe your hand, you can pick, okay, there's my Visa. I mean, that's where it's all going. Or in the future, it could be like this. You could say, I don't have my wallet today. Can you give me a biometric check? You put your face scan, iris scan, you do a palm print, and you give them a voice sample. Hello, this is Crypto Hulk. I need help. And then it measures that and says, okay. And the screen pops up, and then I could use my credit cards right there. That's how I think it's really going into the future. But I wanted to show you this just because this is what's going on. The Thailand and the United Kingdom, they're going to surge first, okay? That's why I'm reading this off, because those are the companies and the countries where crypto is going to be taking off. I mean, they're getting the people ready. Like America, we're still trying to figure out what the fuck, who knows what. But in Thailand, they're getting everybody hooked up with wallets and shit, and same with the United Kingdom. Not quite the same, but they're adopting it. A lot of people are. All right, and with that, we're at the 59 seconds and almost 1 hour. This show's over. If you want the real knowledge, come to Crypto Hulk channel. I'm trying health, wealth, and abundance. I just find news that today I was trying to show news of adoption. I want you to see what is going on to prepare. Like, if crypto pops today, okay, nobody has any wallets, right? So, and how, what if somebody, okay, we became millionaires or something, okay, great. But how can I get that money utilized? See, that's what we're doing. We're getting crypto wallet, we're getting the world infrastructure lined up for crypto so that stores can accept cryptocurrency. We're all sort, it won't be like, well, this one does, but that store doesn't take this, and they only take Ethereum, and then they no. we got to get all the banks involved. There's got to be tax involved. These are the things. So I'll be reading different articles about biometrics, about digital wallets. So I'm trying to show you how everything's getting set up, and then that one day they flip that switch or they push that button, and it all goes and it works just fine. Because right now, you got half the world probably that are be left behind, maybe more than that. So we got to get people way, way, way more hooked up. That's why I'm showing wallets. Thailand's giving out free crypto. A lot of other countries are going to start doing that, especially less advanced countries. They're going to start giving people free phones. You got Elon Musk trying to deliver internet for everybody. Everybody's got to be connected. It's not going to happen tomorrow. We talked about yesterday, or was it earlier, about West Africa countries, right? Getting all hooked up with Ripple, and we got into, I think it was Ripple and Stellar and stuff like that. So we're still on a journey right now, but it's time to accumulate some gold and silver so you can get ready. My name's Crypto Hulk. That'll be the end of this show. I'm going to keep doing what you're doing great. Inspire me. It's just facts. So you get like an update. I take a snapshot all over the internet, and I try to report 1 to 2 times a day trends that I see that are interesting and some cool stuff too. I got to work on tomorrow morning's show. Right now it's 6:30. If I have a show for tomorrow, in about 2 hours it'll be posted. At the latest, about 2 hours from now. If you don't see one in about 2 hours, might not have a show. And that's a show.